We could all use a few extra dollars. Let's face it. We need to take matters in our own hands because our employers are unlikely to just dump money on our desks. However, it's possible that you enjoy your current position or that you feel too intimidated to look for a job that pays more. Don't worry, I'll show you the top 5 side jobs that pay at least $25 per hour in this video, so you can supplement your income and watch your wealth grow over time. But before we get deeper, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, before I go through 5 side jobs that will revolutionize your financial situation, you must give some serious consideration to a few factors that, if done right, will guarantee that you not only maximize the money you make from your side job work but also enjoy the time invested. Let's go over these 5 elements first, and after that, I'll tell you about the side businesses that, in my experience, will help you earn more money. Number 1. Determine your interests. To succeed at a side business, you must enjoy what you're doing. If you have a day job, you will need to complete this task on your own time and outside of regular business hours, so you will need a lot of drive and motivation to stick with it. Only a passion for something will inspire you to spend this much time brainstorming side businesses based on your hobbies, interests, and skills. Number 2. Decide on your budget. The cost of a side hustle shouldn't be too high, but it might need to make an initial investment in tools and training. You might even choose to use advertising to find your first clients. Before implementing any growth and expansion plans for your side business, you must be aware of your financial situation. Spend money wisely and track your results to determine whether you should continue. Number 3. Assess potential conflicts. It is not a good idea to continue with your side business if you have a day job or connections that could cause a conflict of interest. The best advice is occasionally to try something else or to put your idea on hold until a later date to avoid making a decision you'll later regret. Starting a side business while having a conflict of interest could cost you later on. Number 4. Schedule your side hustle. A side business requires time away from your regular schedule to make sure everything is running smoothly. You can set up your website, schedule your content, and then completely ignore it until the following month. To make sure your side business is worthwhile, schedule time for it regularly and set up specific doable goals for it, depending on what it is and how much you want to make. Try to dedicate 3 to 4 evenings per week and possibly a few hours on the weekends to your side business if you have one. Number 5. Don't neglect your 9 to 5. If you are starting a side business while working a regular job, keep in mind that although it will earn you some extra money, your day job is still the only source of income you have to pay your bills. Avoid attempting to balance a side business and your day job during your 9 to 5. This will only lead to disaster. After discussing the factors to take into account before beginning your side hustle journey, let's move on to the jobs that will have you making a great side income. Side hustle number 1. Tutoring. Anyone with a college degree, including teachers, is eligible to be paid to tutor. Tutoring used to be restricted to people in your neighborhood, but the internet has made it possible to tutor people all over the world. Teaching anything from science to math to teaching English as a second language. Sharing your knowledge can earn you extra money in a variety of ways. Now, the majority of people wonder what credentials they need to have to tutor, and in many cases, the entry threshold for the side gig is quite low. Almost anyone has the potential to tutor elementary school students in basic math and science, giving them access to the possibility of earning extra money. However, you will probably need a degree in the subject matter you want to teach if you want to tutor online through a reputable company. It is not unusual for tutors to make an additional $1,000 per month in income. Given that tutors make $25 per hour on average, working just 10 more hours per week would yield a respectable return on your time. Side hustle number 2. User testing. Before anything is made available to the general public, whether it be an app, a website, or a video game, it must first be tested. And you can earn a respectable sum of money if you're willing to give a developer some time. By connecting testers and creators through platforms like Try, MyUI, those developing online assets have access to real people who can point out any bugs or errors that other users might experience when using their goods and services. The fact that testing business tools like apps and websites require absolutely no prior experience is one of the main advantages. As a tester, all you need to do is be authentic. Test the platform as you would in real life and speak out loud about your thoughts and frustrations so the website's developers can hear them. Given that it requires zero experience, you must now be wondering how much money you can make. The response may surprise you. You will receive $10 for each test you take. A typical test lasts about 20 minutes, so you could be making a cool $30 per hour while assisting companies in launching their products. Side hustle number 3. Managing Airbnb. Renting out a room or whole house on Airbnb is one of the more well-liked ways that people have begun to make more money. And even though this can be a successful side business, I am aware that not everyone has access to a home they can use to generate income in this manner. For this reason, managing someone else's Airbnb is another side business you can start. Many Airbnb owners are happy to delegate these administrative duties, which range from managing guest requests to organizing the cleaning of the accommodations. Those who manage Airbnb properties frequently turn between 10% and 20% of the rental income each month, which translates on an extra $300 to $600 in their pocket if the property rents for $3,000 per month. Most likely, managing this administrative task will only require a few hours per week from you. Therefore, if you only work 10 hours per month and are at the midpoint of $450 from the example I just gave, that's an incredible return of $45 per hour. Side hustle number 4. Proctoring exams. Exams are a necessary evil in the world of education, and while they are awful to take when you have to, they can be a money-making machine for those who oversee them. One teacher simply cannot supervise an exam with hundreds of students, so assistance is needed. Additionally, you can earn money if you are willing to lend a helping hand. In essence, when you proctor exams, you are making sure that a few things happen. To start with, you keep an eye on the students to prevent them from cheating. Although it shouldn't be necessary, cheating does occur, and you will be paid in part to put a stop to it. Second, you are making sure that the concerns of the students are addressed. For instance, the exam proctors for my CPA exam were experts in the exam software I was using, and if anyone had a question, it was promptly answered. Given that you aren't an expert on the exam's subject matter, you might be thinking that you are unable to complete this task. However, it's not necessary. All you need to comprehend are the constraints placed on the testing software, which will be provided to you during training. You won't need to familiarize yourself with the content of each exam you oversee because any questions about the exam that is specific to it should be directed to the professor before the exam. Now, this side job can be very profitable in addition to aiding students in passing their exams. University exam proctors make an average $35 per hour, and the best part is that you can proctor either in person or online, so you could theoretically be making a nice side hustle from bed. Side hustle number 5. Freelance writing. Why not make money from your love of writing if you do? Independent writers are those who produce written material. They are independent individuals who are not affiliated with or employed by any publication. newspaper, television, or radio station or other company. By the way, these freelancers don't write exclusively for one client. As many clients as they can manage, they can write for. Each written work is the sole property of the client who hired a writer for the project. After gaining some experience and customer feedback, it's not unusual for a freelance writer to be making $25 to $30 per hour. If it's been a while since you've written something for a client, you'll need to first brush up on your writing abilities. This is the most challenging part. Working for clients who will be evaluating your work can be intimidating for a freelancer. Having a specific skill you are confident in, however, makes this process much easier. You have to put together some writing samples today after honing your craft. You should do this because when potential clients contact you about writing assignments, they want to see examples of your prior work so they can judge for themselves how well you write and whether you'll be able to handle their assignments successfully. Once you've prepared a few samples, you need to start promoting your offerings. The truth is that if no one knows you exist, getting hired will be difficult. Fortunately, there are many platforms available for you to display your abilities and samples. These websites include LinkedIn, Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer.com. The last step is to coordinate work and begin to reap the benefits of all your labor when you come across clients. And that's it for this video. Before you go, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time.